Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night. Ground crew, this is your landscaper Mario Becerra speaking, and we're gonna go over my new workflow for lighting plans. I just started switching from focusing only on 3D and then completing the plan to more of the bird's eye view and then moving to 3D. So this is the bird's eye view. This is a great way to start your landscape design. So you can see like these little red dots. Boom. I can start plugging these in, seeing how things like pathway lights, I'll get the distances, generally from my experience from installing and also the website so these ones were bought from the vault.com. And on these websites, they usually have the general best distances. And it's nice when you can get it down in the bird's eye view, the plan view, which is what we're looking at now, because you can put lights down quickly. Okay. And then if your customer's budget doesn't allow for anything more than this, that's okay. In the field, normally you'll have to come back at night after you install these during the day and see how they look. You might need some adjustments. But generally, this is going to get you started. So I like working in the over project, bird's eye view, plan view first. And I can see, so each one of these dots is a light. And depending on where they go, up lights for trees, wash lights for walls and large swaths of plants. And then under cap lights and pathway lights. So I start here. And then I like to move to the 3D now. And once I start getting into 3D, I can actually see, okay, how everything I designed in the bird's eye view actually interacts. And so for this project, I knew I had way too many pathway lights because I was going for more of a romantic feel. I didn't want to detract from the person's experience hanging out on the patio. Okay, so let's just fly around here. So that was the recessed fire pit. And then you can see under step lights. Then we got some lights over here. And then you can see how these pathway lights mixed in with the up lights looks. It looks very romantic. And there's I think actually having dark spots in between the lights actually create that, it actually gives more emphasis to each light instead of it being like a runway. Some projects do call for more pathway lights for security reasons, for safety reasons. But if the clients are generally in good, healthy condition and they're not looking for an overpowering site, then this is definitely the way to go. So you can see the up lights in the trees in the middle of the yard. And then you can see how we have pathway lights and it looks very romantic. And as we come around, you can see gotta give the program a second load. And then you can see the up lights and under pillar cap lights. It's very romantic. And then, so my workflow is over bird's eye view, and then you can print the plan, 3D, and then you can move to lighting materials. If the budget allows for it, you can create the lighting materials, and then this is great for the client or the contractor who's ever ordering, can purchase much easier, has links to the website, notes, the number, the model numbers, all the good information. And then this also helps you figure out how many lights you can have on a zone, what zones you want the ability to turn off and on and then I figure out as much as I can. I don't really worry about conduit at this time, but you could include that in the cost of figuring out the utility. But I try to just stick more towards the things that are in my control. So maybe the 12-2 or 14-2 gauge, whichever one makes more sense for the distance and power of the light. But the material list is another option you can offer your clients, or if you're doing it yourself, I use Real Time Landscape Architect. They offer cheaper versions, but you won't have as many features. So yeah, this is my workflow. I hope this helps. I'd like to hear how you guys go about your landscape lighting. Do you use like more of a different program? How do you guys like to do it? Leave your comments. Always looking to learn something new. Okay. Thanks, ground crew.